Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Gadadara Siva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitude and many praises to Srila Prabhupada for having given us the golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All glory to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radharani Lord Gopinath. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Hare Krishna. We are doing the Srimad Bhagavatam, second chapter. The Suta Maharshi is replying to the questions raised by sages in Naimisharanyam forest. We are in the 22nd verse. I shall repeat the verse 3 times slowly. Please repeat with me. Ato vayakavayo nityam bhaktim paramaya mudha vasudeva bhagavati kurvanti atma pradadanim. Ato vayakavayo nityam bhaktim paramaya mudha vasudeve bhagavati kurvanti atma prasadanim. Ato vaya kavayo nityam bhaktim paramaya mudha vasudeve bhagavati kurvanti atma prasadinim. Ato vai kavayo nityam bhaktim paramaya mudha vasudeve bhagavati kurvanti atma prasadinim. Ataha, therefore, why, certainly, kavayaha, all transcendentals, nityam, from time immemorial, bhaktim, service unto the Lord, paramaya, supreme, mudha, with great delight, vasudeve, that is Sri Krishna, bhagavati, the personality of Godhead, kurvanti, do render, atma, self, prasadini, that which enlivens. The immediate translation is, certainly, therefore, since time immemorial, all translators have been rendering devotional service to Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, with great delight, because such devotional service is enlivening to the self. Here in the narration they say this, it is time immemorial, there is no adi or end. It is, we can't measure any time from when it was started. It is immemorial. And all the transcendentals who have full faith in the Supreme God, they are doing the devotional services unto the lotus feet of Sri Lord Krishna. And He is the Supreme God, the personality of Godhead. And that too with pleasures. It is not just they are doing as a regular ritual, with great delight, with very with happy this thing they are doing the services. Because such devotional service is enlivening, it is not for the purpose of God, it is enlivening their own self. The speciality of devotional service unto personality of God, Lord Krishna, is specifically mentioned herein. The services, the devotional services, what we are offering to Krishna, here it is mentioned now. Lord Sri Krishna is the Swayam Rupa, personality of Godhead. He, like us, he is not born to any mother or father. He is incarnate himself. Not the Krishna in Dwapara Yuga, the original Krishna who is in the Goloka Vrindavana, he himself formed with his own wish, and we do not know the beginning. He is Swayam Rupa, he can assume any form. And all the other forms of Godhead beginning from Sri Baladeva, Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Aniruddha and Pradyumna and Narayana. See, in Goloka Vrindavana, Lord Krishna is alone, all alone. For him, like just we need some companionship, he created Radha first, who as his companion. It is not that Radha should be his wife. Radha is in the form of bhakti, devotion. Because, and he himself made into 4 incarnations. Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. And he has given responsibilities. This is the original creation, original incarnation. This is known as para incarnations. That Vasudeva is Paravasudeva. Here in Dwapara Yuga, the Vasudeva, Krishna, because he is son of Vasudeva, is known as Vasudeva. But in the eternal Goloka Vrindavana, he is having 4 forms. Sankarshana, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, like that. And this Pradyumna, he first will come to Aniruddha. Aniruddha, he is the, again, in so many other planets, there are in the Milky Way ocean, there are several Milky Way oceans, several thousands of Milky Way oceans. In every Milky Way ocean, there is mainly Brahmaloka is there, Vaikuntha is there, Kailasa is there. Apart from this one, there are all other planets like Sun planet, Moon planet. This is not the Moon what we see, the Sun what we see. It is not just one sun and this. Like in every Milky Way ocean, there are many suns, many planets. Moons, many Indralokas, everything is there. So, in every Vaikuntha of the Milky Way ocean, Aniruddha is going to take the form of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu, where this Radharani will be present as Lakshmi Devi in all the Vaikunthas. And this is known as Kshira Samudra, where this Sankarshana, he takes the form of Adishesha. Sankarshana, he is the he is mainly responsible during the praya and also all the killings of living beings from time to time. So, this Yamadutas come and take our Atma, but again that during that process of we transmigrating from this body to another body, Sankarshana will be doing all this thing with the help of Yamadutas and others. So, when and this Pradyumna, he is caretaker of all living beings. During the night timings, they say that we are half dead, because when we sleep, we will be not in the conscious state. Will be in unconscious state, that is a temporary, which is we called as half dead. So when that half dead stage, this since we have taken lot of births, we had many desires in even earlier lives also. See, the Atma, what it does, it goes away from body in search of to fulfill those desires, earlier desires. By the time we wake up, again that Atma will come back. So this Pradyumna form of incarnation, he will take care of not only our Atma, all living beings in all planets. Seeing that timely he goes away from this body, and also as well as he will come back. He will come back before we awake. Like that, Pradyumna's responsibility is there. And this Aniruddha, I told you, is the protector in the form of Mahavishnu in this thing. And he is also called as Narayana because again Nara means living beings are called as Nara. Generally, we human beings, they say Nara. Though it is Nara means all living beings. All living beings we are dependent upon Supreme God. He is Ayana. Ayana means dependent. Because all living beings are dependent upon God, he is also known as Narayana. And this Sankarsana, in all the Vaikunthas, he will be present as Adishesha. And again, the other incarnation is Vibhava Avatara. Vibhava Avatara is like Varaha Avatara, Narsimha Avatara, Rama Avatara, Krishna Avatara, they are all Vibhava Avataras. Vibhava Avatara means they can be seen with different form. In Rama Avatara, he was in a human form. In Krishna also, he was in human form. But whereas in Rama Avatara, he never exhibited any of his mystic powers, because Ravana has to be killed in a human form itself. Whereas in Krishna Avatara, he has shown all his mystic qualities also. He exhibited everything. But people never understood him. They thought it is a blessing of Supreme Lord to him. Devatas have given him this thing. They never knew that Krishna himself is God. So that is Vibhava Avatara when we can see him. And this Vibhava, again, Vamana is also Vibhava Avatara only. But at the same time, only for some time he was there. And he became immediately Trivikrama Avatara. This Parshurama Avatara is known as Amsha Avatara. These avatars also, there are different avatars. This Amsha Avatara is, he does not exhibit any mystic qualities, but otherwise he is all strength, and he is incarnated on earth to kill all the evil kings throughout the world. He has attacked 21 times and killed all the Kshatriyas. So he is Amsha Avatara. Again Matsya Avatara, they are also Amsha Avataras only, because they are only just for some purpose they have come, they have left after doing this thing. So again the Vasudeva, what I said to you, that is the original Krishna who is in the Golaka Vrindavan itself. There itself Vasudeva is there. This Aniruddha and the Mahavishnu, they protect us, they fulfill all our desires, and they take these Vibhava Avataras like Purusha Avataras, Guna Avataras, Leela Avataras, Yuga Avataras. And see, in every Yuga there are different Avataras. In Satya Yuga, there was Hamsa Avatara was also there. There was also Hayagriva Avatara to save Vedas from demons like Madhu Kaitaba. This Veda was imparted, knowledge was imparted to Brahma by Sri Mahavishnu himself directly. But because of some ignorance, these Madhu Kaitaba demons, they stolen that Vedas from Brahma. Again, Veda was not. Today we have in the book form, but in that time it was not in script form. Only in the sound form it was there. So even that sound form also they have stolen it. For that purpose, to get back those Vedas from them, it should not be with demons. If it is with them, they will do all the atrocities for the living beings. So he has taken the avatar of Hayagriva Avatara, and he has taken away those stolen Veda and again imparted to Brahma. Like that, it's not one time, many times he has done. Even during Matsya Avatara it was like that. And Matsya Avatara was taken place during the last Satya Yuga, when the entire creation was under Pralaya, drowned in the water. This when Pralaya comes, for 500 very long years, the earth will be burning. All the planets will be, not only earth, all the planets will be burning, lot of fire will be there for 500 years. And after that 500 years, again for 500 years, this rain will be there. Lot of rain, the fire will go off, it will put off, as well as completely all the units, planets will be drowned in that water. So much of water will be there. And all the living beings will not be there. This just a banyan leaf on which Krishna will take a small child shape. All the living beings and planets, everything, it will get into his udara, stomach. And like that he will be there for 1000 kalpa. That is Brahma's time. Even Brahma Shiva also will be in the Krishna's udara only. So 1000 kalpas. 1000 kalpa means 1000 Chaturyugas. So after, one kalpa, 1000 Chaturyugas. So even that is the night time of Brahma. So when again his daytime comes, this present creation is there. All the universe will come out. And this was seen only seen by one Markandeya Maharshi. How means he was a pure devotee in Shuddha Sattva state. When the Pralaya has taken place, he escaped from entering the Krishna's this thing, and he alone was seeing seen all the Pralaya condition. This was very narrated by him in detail in Vanaparva of Mahabharata to Yudhishthira. At that time he will tell. All these details are given in Mahabharata. It is not in Bhagavata, it is given in Mahabharata, Vanaparva. And many other thousands of manifestations of personality of God. What I told you, only one or two, Hayagirva, Hamsavatara, again they for protecting Vedas, like some thousands of incarnations is there. And we know only some 10 avatars, Dasa avatara. Apart from this one, there are many thousands of avatars. Many other thousands of manifestations of the personality of God, or Lord Sri Krishna's plenary portions and integrated parts. The living entities are separated parts and parcels of personality of God head. See, all living beings are we are all our souls are part of body of Mahavishnu, of Sri Krishna Paramatma. Like we have this hand, again hand we have fingers, we have palm, again we have lap is there, lower leg, knees, everything. They are all parts of our body. The entire body is known as human body, our body. Similarly, in Paramatma's body, we are all part and parcel of the Paramatma. And here, our Atma is also eternal. Like Paramatma God, He has no beginning or no end. Whereas for even our Atma soul, it is created during the time of creation from the Paramatma, but later it is eternal. It cannot, in Bhagavath Katha it is told, it cannot be, Atma cannot be cut with a knife, it cannot be burned with, in the fire, it cannot drown in water, it cannot be blown away by the wind. It's like that. So this Atma is also eternal. What is dying? What is dying is only this body. When this Atma goes away from this body becomes dead. Otherwise, Atma is never dead. It is always existing. Maybe in different bodies. We have taken lakhs and lakhs and of incarnate births earlier. Here, birth is different for incarnations. Incarnation means only God, and God can incarnate. He can choose any parents as his mother and father, and out of his own sankalpa, determination, he takes birth. See, Rama, he has selected Kausalya and Dasharatha as his parents. Krishna has selected his Vasudeva and Devaki as his parents. Like that, Vamana has selected Indra's mother, Aditi as his parent. Like that, he decides his parents also. Whereas we can't take any, that's the reason that is known as incarnation. Whereas we are taking birth from mother's womb, we do not Because God has given us that this opportunity, we have taken a birth. Like that, birth is not under our control. The living entities are separated parts and parcels of Godhead. Here, we are part and parcel of Godhead, but for giving us independence, we all need independence. We have struggled for so many years with Britishers to get independence. And again, after getting independence, that was not independence. Again, these people, I need not name them, they have looted us for 70 years, and with great difficulty, one great person has come, we have liberated from that one. Still, so many things are going on. Like that, we don't, though God has given us independence, the present, these governments who are temporary again for 4 or 5 years based on the elections, they are looting us. We don't have a completely 100% independence, is not there. So, God has, out of to give us independence, He has given away all the parts and soul, not only human beings, all the living beings, right from ant to Chaturmukha Brahma, they are separated from the God. And He has given everybody certain responsibilities in their lives to fulfill. We will be taking all the births in all the creatures. As long as we are doing this Papa and Punya, we should get out of this Papa and Punya. Get out of the Papa and Punya. Papa, bad deed we should never do. Good deeds we have to do, but without any desires. When we do without desires and surrendering to Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, in 18th chapter, 66 sloka, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Shramada. In that verse, he has clearly told, you surrender to me. If you surrender to me, whatever you have accumulated, the bad deeds and good deeds in all your earlier births, as well as in the present birth, I will remove them. I will remove those hurdles, and I will see that you are qualified for liberation. You surrender to me. When you surrender to me, you follow the dharma path, you execute your karma as a brahmachari or in a childhood, or grihastha, whatever it is, you do your karma in a dharma path, surrendering to me. I will take care of all your needs in your present life, in this ihaloka, as well as I'll see that you get a good Uttama Loka, as also you are qualified for liberation thereafter. So you surrender to me completely, he says, with full faith. So the living entities are the separate parts and parcels of the personality of Godhead. Therefore, Lord Sri Krishna is the original form of Godhead. Again, the Dwapara, I am not saying that Dwapara Yuga Krishna is the original form. He is also for Krishna himself. But the original form, I am telling you, the Vasudeva, what I told you earlier in the Goloka Vrindavana, he is the original form, he is the personality of Godhead. In Dwapara Yuga also, Krishna himself is the original form, he is incarnated. Rama is also original form, but he has not come with all the gunas. In order to kill Ravana, he had to take a completely human form, and that's the reason he had, while going to the forest, he met Agastya Maharshi. He has given some Divyastras. Even in the as a childhood also, at the age of 6 years, 7 years, when he went, he learnt all the astras from Vasishtha, Maharshi, and he also learnt other sastras and astra and shastra from Vishwamitra. He took weapons from Agastya Maharshi, and also while going to Lanka, while making 3 days penance at sea in the ocean, he took weapons from Varuna as well as Divyasas from Shiva. Because he has made penance to Shiva, everybody thinks Shiva is supreme and Rama is just a Devata. It's not like that. Because see, once you keep something in your bank locker, you kept something. There you need to go, take out the open, you see, meet that concerned officer, open like that one, and take your whatever you have kept there. since Rama has left his weapons in the ocean with Varuna and he left something with Shiva, all these things he has to collect. So he has to call them. Calling them, he has just like because he has come in a human form, he has meditated upon. For that reason, we should not think that Rama is something inferior than Shiva. So whatever is kept there in his custody, to take back that one, he has invited them. Like that, whereas in Krishna Avatara, whatever Paravasudeva in Goloka Vrinda Krishna is having, Dwapara Krishna incarnated all the qualities. With all the qualities, that is the Purna Avatara, Paripurna Avatara. Rama is known as Purna Avatara, whereas Krishna is known as Paripurna Avatara. And thus he is more attractive to the higher transcendents who participate in the eternal pastimes of the Lord. God is having out of 64 the what we count. Other than that, several thousands of characters is having which we don't have. See, in this 64 characters, 6 gunas are very important, only which God can possess. All renunciation, all strength, all blissful, all strength. That he is having 6 gunas. No one can else possess that this thing. So he is here. He is also all fame. Nobody is all fame. So, Krishna Paramatma, he is all beautiful. He is the blissful person in all the entire Akhila Konda Brahmanda. Therefore, Krishna is the original form of Godhead and he is the last word in transcendence because there is no end at all. For us, there is no ending. We can't say where we end. At what time we end, whoever it is, whether human beings or any other creature. Whereas Krishna, that's the reason, he is the first word as well as the last word in transcendental. Thus, he is more attracted to the higher transcendents who participate to the eternal pastimes of the Lord. In forms of personality of Godhead, other than Sri Krishna and Baladeva, there is no facility to intimate personality contact as transcendental pastimes of the Lord at Vrajabhumi. Even when Krishna has taken his incarnation on the earth, at that time also, apart from Krishna, Baladeva, Sankarsana, again Sankarsana also is nothing but Krishna himself in Goloka Vrindana, he only formed into different 4 forms. So, except these 2 persons, there are no other persons who are having this blissful quality. The transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna are not newly accepted, as argued by some less intelligent persons. His pastimes are eternal and are manifested in due course once in a day of Brahmaji. See, again here they are saying it's once in a day of Brahmaji, he exhibits all this. See, whatever pastimes, dancing with Gopikas in Vrindavana, lifting Govardhana, and whatever he has made, Leelas he expected during his avatara on the earth, it is nothing but it's like we see the image in the mirror. It's a reflection of what is happening in Goloka Vrindana. The same reflection is happening here. We think that is something new. It is not new at all. It is already all the activities what today it is going on over here in this world. Everything is taking place in another world in different forms. Different people are having different bodies. And here it is saying all these pastimes are eternal and are manifested in due course once in a day of Brahmaji. That is 1000 kalpas of Brahma. That is a one day for him. As the sun rises on the eastern horizon of the end of every 24 hours. We have completed 22nd verse. Since we have some more time, we'll continue with the 23rd verse. Please repeat with me the sloka. Sattam rajastamaha iti prather guna tair yuktaha parai purusha ekatasya datte sthiti adye harivirchini haredi samjanaha Shreyamsi tatra kalu sattvatanor nunam suha sattam rajastamaha iti pragatir guna tattair yuktaha paraha purusha eka ihasya datte sthiti adaye harivirchini hareti samjanaha Shreyamsi tatra kalu sattva tanur nurnam suyah sattam rajastamaha iti pratit guna tair yuktaha paraha purusha eka ihasya datte sthiti adaye hari virinchi hariti samjanaha Shreyamsi tatra kalu sattva tanur annam syuhu. Hare Krishna. Sattam rajastama iti prakte gunastair yuktaha paraha purusha ekatasya datte sthiti adhe hari uchini hari samjanaha Shreyamsi tatra kalu sattva taror nunam syuhu. Sattvam. Sattvam means it is goodness. Rajasa, passion. Tamaha, the darkness of ignorance. Iti, thus. Prakriti, of the material nature. Gunaha, qualities. Tai, by them. Yuktaha, associated with. Paraha, transcendental. Purushaha, the personality. Ekaha, one. Ihas asya, of this material world, and datte, accepts sthiti adaye, for the matter of creation, maintenance and destruction, etc. Harihi, Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. Virinchi, Brahma. Hara, Lord Shiva. Iti, thus. Samjanaha, different features. Shreyamsi, ultimate benefit. Tatra, therein. Kalu, of course. Sattva, goodness. Tano, form. Nunam, of the human being. Syuha, derived. The transcendental personality of Godhead is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature, namely passion, goodness and ignorance. And just for the materials, world's creation, maintenance and destruction, he accepts the three qualitative forms of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Of these three, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu, the form of the quality of goodness. Like I told you earlier, many times I told you, this guna, our food, everything is divided into three. Sattva, goodness is there, Rajasa, passion is there, and Tamaha, darkness is there. Even the personality of Godhead himself takes all these three tattvas, though it is not required. He will also possess this Sattva, Rajas and Tamasa. Like this Tamasa, Shiva is most of the Tamasa characters. Brahma is of passion, and Vishnu or Narayana in the Vaikuntha he will be with goodness. And this only from these three incarnations we can derive all our desires, ultimate benefits what we need. But of course again everything is by Sri Maharshi. We need to worship Brahma and Shiva, but we need to, while we are worshipping even them, only Vishnu is going to grant whatever desires we have. And that Lord Sri Krishna, by his plenary parts, should be rendered devotional services, as explained above, is confirmed by this statement. So, here, out of all his main incarnation, first from the Aniruddha, he will form as a Mahavishnu in Vaikuntha. From the umbilicus of the Vaikuntha Navi, a lotus flower will come out, bloom in that lotus flower. Brahma will be created first, and from Brahma, he follows the creations. In the initial stages, he will create 4 persons. There will be Manasaputras, there will be Sanatana, Sanatana Rishis. They will never accept Brahma's advice in further creation. So when he gets angry, Hare Krishna, when he gets angry, when these Sansandas will not follow his advice, out of that angry, Shiva is born. Again, though Shiva is born from mind of the Brahma, he takes place the second place. Brahma gets only third place. He accepts the 3 qualities, forms of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Of these 3, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu only, the form of the quality of goodness. The Lord Sri Krishna, by his plenary part, should be rendered devotional service, as explained above, is confirmed by this statement. Lord Sri Krishna and all his plenary parts are Vishnu Tattva only. Because though Brahma and Shiva, they are possessing passion and tamasa qualities, ignorance qualities and rasaguna qualities, they are to be respected because they are the pure devotees of Sri Mahavishnu. They are the first Vaishnavas. So, and they are doing their duty in the creation of all the planets and living beings. The Lord Vishnu Tattva, or the Lordship of Godhead. From Sri Krishna, the next manifestation is Baladeva, that is Sankarsana. From Baladeva is Sankarsana, from Sankarsana is Narayana. From Narayana, again, there is second Sankarsana, and from this Sankarsana, the Vishnu, Purusha Avatara are there, like Vibhava, they are known as Vibhavataras, like Rama, Narasimha, all these things are Vibhavataras. The Vishnu, or the deity form of quality of goodness in material world, is the Purusha Avatara, Kshirodasi Vishnu, or Paramatma. Brahma is the deity of Rajas, passion, and Shiva is of ignorance. That I already told you those things. They are the 3 departmental heads of 3 qualities of this material world. Brahma will be doing the creation part, Shiva will be doing the killing part, Samharaka, and Mahavishnu is the protector, and he is provider of everything. Protection also he gives. Creation is made possible by the goodness of Vishnu, and when it requires to be destroyed, Lord Shiva does it by Tandava Nritya. Tandava, during Mahapralaya, that will happen. At the end of each yuga, there will be pralaya, but those pralayas are very small, like some earthquakes now and then, like that. Some pralaya will be there, but only at the end of all Chaturyugas there will be one a bigger pralaya, and at the end of 1000 Chaturyugas there will be Mahapralaya. Lord Shiva does it by Tandava Nritya. The materialist and foolish human beings worship Brahma and Shiva respectively, but the pure transcendent worship the form of goodness. Vishnu is in his various forms. Vishnu is manifested by his millions and billions of separated forms. I told you thousands of forms. Here the Clement says millions and billions of forms, of integrated forms and separated forms. The integrated forms are called Godhead and the separated forms are called the living entities or the jivas. The jivas are also part of Krishna Paramatma only, but we have forgotten all those things. We also, out of 64 main qualities what Krishna is having, we are also, Brahma is possessing 43, Shiva is possessing 52 qualities. We are having 21 characters, qualities of what Krishna Paramatma is there. But that also we don't follow in the while in this struggle for existence. Both the jivas and the Godhead have their original spiritual forms. Jivas are sometimes subject to the control of material energy because we are attracted this energy called material energy from this Prakriti, and we are after the fulfilling those desires. We are always hankering for those things. But the Vishnu forms are always controllers of this energy. When Vishnu, the personality of God, appears in material world, he comes to deliver the conditional living beings who are under the material energy. Such living beings appear in the material world with the intentions of being lords, and thus they become entrapped by the three modes of nature. Here what happens in this world, we will be possessing all the three qualities. Rajas will be there, Tamas and Sattva also there. But one will be dominating, other two will be on the lower side. When Sattva is dominating, Rajas and Tamas will be on lower side. When we have lot of desires attracted in this world, that is desires is nothing but Rajas. At that time Sattva will come down. Sattva guna will be less. When we have Tamasa guna means hurting others, creating lot of problems to other creatures, looting everybody, and you have all selfishness characters. All these is Tamasa gunas. When this is dominating, Sattva guna and Rajas guna will be on lower side. So it all depends upon individuals. This thing. Like now the present this outside whoever are doing all nonsense and they are all tamasic people. Even atheists also tamasic. They are pure tamasics. Even all this they have desires and as well as tamasic guna. All these political leaders, officials, they have both. In devotees, sattva guna is more. Because you and me and any other devotee coming over here, we have some sattva guna. I don't say we are 100% Shuddha Satvika. Since we have possessed some Satvika guna, we are coming and we are trying to understand God. It's not that even I have fully understood God. May not be, I have not understood anything. But for the understanding God, we are coming and sitting here, we are trying to do something. There we have sattva guna. Any devotee, it's not that they have to come and sit here. Even to have darshan and go away also, even they also possess the satvika guna. Otherwise, nobody will come over here. They try to fulfill their desires by doing some hard work outside itself. But the pure transcendental worship the form of the goodness, Mahavishnu, in the form of Krishna. Both the jivas and Godhead have their original spiritual form. Jivas are sometimes subject to control of material energy. When Vishnu, the personal God, appears in the material world, he comes to deliver the conditioned living beings who are under intentions of being lords. Because I told you here, both human beings are there with Sattva guna, also with Rasa and Tamasa guna. God is going to incarnate here for the purpose of saving these devotees who is having sattva guna. At the same, first his quality is sadhu rakshana is first this thing. Intention is sadhu rakshana. Dushta sikshana is second one. Again sikshana means it's not punishment, killing them. Sikshana is training. The actual meaning of sikshana is training. Dandana is punishment. He takes his incarnation for sadhu Sister Rakshana and Sister Rakshana and Dusta Shikshana. He will be training them, because after all, whether good people or bad people, we are all his children. He wants everybody to go back to his abode. For that one, he is giving us number of births to improve our thing. And finally, we will all have to go to him one day or other, in this birth or next birth. May not be one more birth. It may be maybe thousands and lakhs of births. But we have to take birth to reach him as a human being. Such living beings appear in the material world with intention of being lords, and thus they become entrapped by the three modes of nature. As such, the living entities have to change their material coverings for undergoing different terms of imprisonment. See, it's nothing but we are, by attracted to these desires, we are something like being put in the behind bars. All these political leaders, IAS officers, IPS officers, they all have all the three qualities. They have lot of desires. They try to lord it over. They think we are supreme. A bank MD sitting in the bank, he cannot think he is the owner of the bank. Like that, Chief Minister cannot think he is the owner of the state. Prime Minister cannot think he is the owner of the state. Like that, even President of America or Queen or Prince, King of UK, they can't think they are owners. But they have that in the mind and they try to lord it over. Also, they have lot of desires. They will materialistically also they will be earning lot of wealth, which is not required. While leaving this body, will not take a tip of or traces of anything along with us. Nothing will come with us. Everything we have to leave here and go. Whether it is a beggar or an emperor, everybody has leave everything here and go. So, but for that purpose, they are using their power. They misuse it. They don't use it. They misuse it. So these things out of tamasa and rasi guna, they are trying to lord it over us. The prison house of the material world is created by Brahma under instruction of personality of Godhead. This nature is created and all living beings put over here. Animals, they suffer according to their birth. We think we are, maybe we go to some good hotel or a good city, we enjoy at that time. Maybe for some time we enjoy, maybe a day, 2 or 3. But after some time, again we'll be having with some diseases, we'll suffer, with something we are going to suffer. If not, the desire to earn lot of wealth, when we don't get also we suffer. When we have lot of wealth, somebody loots it, or government they himself, they come and take away all over in form of taxes or corruption they take away, then also we suffer. There are hundreds and thousands ways of sufferings. So like that, we will be suffering. But Brahma has created this, the entire planet is like a prison. Again in prison, we have been, they don't punish us. They train in the jail. Prisoners are not, they don't punish them. Punishing means what they do, they train them. Whoever is interested in weaving clothes, they teach them the weaving. Whoever is interested in cooking, they teach them cooking. Whoever is like that, whatever they want to learn, they will learn. Like that, in jails also, they give the training. That is shikshana, it is not the dandana. They don't, dandana means beating them. They don't beat, they don't cut. Very rarely that hanging and taking away life, that is in a big criminal issues, they do that one. Otherwise, when we are put in behind the bars, they give us training. That is not shikshana. Maybe it was, depending on the crime what made, it is 2 years, 3 years, 14 years, like that will be there, they train us. Many prisoners who have come out, they are living in a normal life also. So, this entire earth is like a prison. Here we are undergoing lot of training. Why training? To go back to Godhead. But as far as the maintenance of the prison house is concerned, it is done by Mahavishnu. Brahma is only creator of this prison. But again, our protection, taking care of everything is done by Sri Mahavishnu. As much as state prison house is maintained by the state, anyone therefore who wishes to get out of this prison house of material existence, which is full of miseries like repetition of birth, disease and old age. You can understand English, is it not? So this we are in our form, not only our form, any living form. At the time of birth, the animals might be inside, the according to their size, tiny or some little big or thing. Even we will be in childhood, we will be like small baby, and afterwards as the childhood goes, we grow a little bit. Again we get youthful age. After youthful age, we get married, that is middle age. Again old age. Like this we are changing. Where Krishna is Nirakara. Nirakara means it's not that no form. He is having form. He is also having form, but Nirakara means he is always 16 years old. He will never change. During Dwapara, what Krishna has incarnated, you see Balakrishna and all those things, that all only in human form incarnation. But the original Krishna in Goloka Vrindavana, where he is there, he is always 16 years form only. He will never change. Neither he is a small child or he is a middle age or old age, nothing will be there. He is only always 16 years old. He is eternal. There is no beginning for him. He has no parent. He himself is there. How he is born, again you need not question. Even I can't tell. He has no beginning and he has no end. We have end. Once we are old age, we have end. He has no end, like that. So we once we take birth, we are bound to die. Born to die, you need not weep for that one. Arey, I am born, I have to die. How if I die, who will take care of my parents, or who will take care of my children, who will take my other spouse? All these things you should never think about it. What you should think, what should be your main aim? Your goal should be, I should go back to my home. What home? Not the present home. Present home, whether it is owned or rented, it is only temporary. Once this body goes away, again body goes, only Atma goes away. Atma is again like God, it is also eternal. When it is created by the God. After that it has no death. A knife cannot cut, fire cannot burn, water cannot drown it, wind cannot blow it out. Like that, nobody can, Atma cannot be killed. So Atma is, when Atma leaves this body becomes dead. And you are going to take another body. That body you do not know whether it is human body, some animal body, or a tree is also living being, or you go to Uttamaloka, Chandraloka, Brahmaloka, based on our good deeds. So we do not know. So all those things are all temporary again. Whether you go to Uttamaloka also temporary, animals is also temporary. So God has given us this human form to go back to his abode, original home. For that one, because he has given us intelligence, we need to follow these epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavata, all those things, and we should always remember Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Again, Krishna means not only just this Krishna. He can be in form of Rama like in Ayodhya, or Narasimha Swami in Yadadri. Again, not that place. I am telling those forms also. Again, Srinivasa and Tirupati, they are all Sri Krishna Paramatma only. You think of any desires in Acharupa, in Kali Yuga only Acharupa. Acharupa, what is Acharupa? Vigraha Rupa. Vigraha Rupa is not as called Acharupa. You worship him, you remember him. Again, remembering Hare Krishna Mahamantra is given to us, we shall chant that one. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, devotee of Krishna, who is again incarnation of Krishna himself, he has given us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This can be chanted 24 hours, 7 days, 365 days, our lifetime. Our lifetime you can remember right from childhood, not you. You are also still too young. Still right from 4 5 years when they start speaking, at that time they should practice this Mahamantra. Like that, remembering at the end. At the end, if you remember God, you will go back to his Godhead. we'll go back to his home. Otherwise, we'll not be able to. We'll take this thing based on our deeds, what we are doing. Whomever you remember at the time of Antakare, at the last moment, last few seconds, just 2 or 3 seconds, he will give us an opportunity what to remember. If you remember some animal form, you get into animal form. If you remember some gurus, you go to Sadhuloka. If you remember some human form, like your other spouse or children, again you take human birth, and we do not know what is the person. Like that it happens. But if you remember Krishna, any name, Rama, Krishna, anything, you go to his this thing, and he will be very happy. Not you are happy, he is happy. When you go into your some abroad countries, whether America or UK or anything, there you are earning, you are well placed, you are earning a lot of wealth, everything, you are staying happily. After a long time, you will return home. Your old parents who are here, they will feel happy. You will not feel happy. You will say, "Arey, again, what is this India? What is this country? And this building is very small. I was enjoying there." You feel that place is only the happiest place. You will not feel happy. You feel, but your parents feel happy. "Arey, after so many long time, I am seeing my children." Like that, we are all children of Krishna Paramatma. When we are liberated, he will be more happy. And he will be more happy, and you will have same body what Krishna is possessing there, and you will be doing his services also there. You will not merge with him, but moksha is something, a devotional service in his Vrindavana Loka, in Goloka, or any Vaikuntha, in any of Ananta Koti Brahmanda. So, like that, today the time is coming to end for Bhagavata. Today we have done 2 slokas. You people were not there earlier. Again, we'll be continuing with the next verse tomorrow morning, same time. And now we shall chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra a few times and disperse for today. You loudly tell the Maha Mantra with me. Okay, you can also hear later. It is going on live. You can hear on YouTube later. Tell loudly. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please tell loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Mahamantra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as well as subsequently, Srila Prabhupada has instructed every one of us to chant 64 rounds, each round having 108 on chanting beats. But we may not have that much time presently. So at least they also advise, Srila Prabhupada has advised, you can do 1 round on holding chanting beat. This Mahamantra can be done anytime, even before bath, while having bath, while cooking. It's not that at that time you need to hold the beads. Because while cooking and how can you hold the bead? You can't. Without beads also you can chant this Mahamantra. And after bath, you sit at one place. If you have a puja room, you sit in puja room. Sit any clean place, chant for 1 round. In the initial days, about 4 to 5 days, it might take 15 minutes time. Otherwise, after you practice, hardly takes 8 to 10 minutes. That much time you can devote, I think. In 24 hours time, all other times you do whatever you want. You need to do. For the existence in this world, we have to earn, for which we have to do the hard work. While doing that work, you chant this 5 minutes, you chant before God. Otherwise, Krishna is Sarvavyapi. He is existing everywhere. Since existing way, please chant while working also, while driving, while eating, you chant this Mahamantra. And how to glorify is this thing. Glorification and remembering. You might think, I might forget. You need not chant mantra also. Just whatever you have listened to to listen over here. Same thing, your old parents, they may not be in a position to come to the temple. Whatever you have heard here, tell them. Child, they have gone to the schools, or they must have small children, they may not do. You tell them all these stories, and you can also talk to your spouse about this one. With friends also, don't speak about some nonsense about some movies and all those which are all temporary. Even TV also you might see for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, after them you get bored, you will go away. When instead of that one, you chant with your friends about these things. Like that, glorification, remembering, everything is happening simultaneously. And you are also doing preaching of God. Preaching of God. That I am coming and sitting here on Vyasasana, I am doing. For you, it's not necessary that you sit on Vyasasana. Just out of, when you find time, you tell your parents like that, you are doing, like you are preaching also. That is required. Okay? For today, we will hold it here. Swasti prabhyapantyam nyayena margena mahin mahisha govardhu nityam samasta loka sukhino bhavantu kayena vacha manasendrivya buddhyatpate swabhavat karomi yadyat parasmai naranati sarpayami Srimannar sarpayam sarvam Sri Krishna vastu mangalam 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 nitya mangalam. Jai Sri Radha Gopinath ki, Jai Sri Jagannath Baldev Sodharmai ki, Jai Sri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki, Jai Sri Prahlad Maharaj ki, Jai Sri Hare Krishna Mahant ki, Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jai Sri Panchatattva ki, Jai Sri Madhbhavatam Granth ki, Jai Sri Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. We shall meet tomorrow at the same time. Hare Krishna.